Okay, and the last example today. So first thing you notice is that we're using u instead of x or theta. It's fine, as long as my variables match. And this is kind of going to get you used to what we're going to be doing next week. But the first thing I notice is that I've got a fraction here and I have a root. So this is definitely going to be one of those times where you got to rewrite first. So I'm going to rewrite my integral from 1 to 4 of u minus 2 over u to the 1/2 power du. Now, we've worked problems like this before, okay, where we've simplified these to take the derivatives, okay. Again, if you were doing, say, this with a derivative, you could do this either two ways. You could use the quotient rule, but one way I taught you to make things easier is to do this, is to split up my fraction. You can split this into two fractions using a common denominator, and this is going to make my life a whole lot easier. And not only that, in addition to that, I'm actually going to simplify this, because when you take two things with the same base and you divide, you subtract their powers. So this is going to end up being u to the 1/2 minus 2, and this is u to the negative 1/2. So what I've done here is I've changed my fraction using my exponent rules into a super simple polynomial problem. Okay? And this way I don't have to deal with those fractions in there. Okay? Now, taking the antiderivative, nothing changes. So add 1 to the power, you get 3/2. Dividing by 3/2 is multiplying by 2/3. Minus, adding 1 to the power, you get 1/2. Dividing by 1/2 is the same thing as multiplying by 2, so you get 4 here. So that is my antiderivative. Okay? Makes things super simple. All right, so we plug in our upper limit. So we get 2/3. This is going to be 4 to the 3/2 power minus 4 times 4 to the 1/2 power minus, and this is going to be 2/3 times 1 to the 3/2 minus 4 times 1 to the 1/2. All right. So my first part, simplify this a little bit. I'm going to get 2/3. Now 4 to the 3/2. That's basically 3/2 is the square root of 4 cubed, or it's the square root of 4 cubed. So with exponents, I could rewrite it like this. Let me do it this way. 4 to the 1/2 cubed to make my life easier, because when you take a power to a power, you multiply. So 1/2 times 3 is 3/2. So I'm going to take the square root of 4 first, which gives me 2, and then cube it, which gives me 8, minus 4, and the square root of 4 is 2, minus, and here 1 to any power is still 1, so this is going to be 2/3 minus 4. Okay, so now let's simplify. So we get 16 over 3 minus 8 minus 2/3 plus 4. So 16 minus 2, that's 14 over 3. Negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4. And then simplifying, 4 times 3 is 12. So 14 minus 12 is 2/3. And that is my answer. So in this problem, again, the only extra step that we have to deal with is this part right here, where we got to simplify this a little bit. But after that, it's our just basic antiderivative rules.